Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. And in this Nickabenson vlog stream, I'm going to be talking about yesterday, January 13th, 2019. Today is January 14th, 2019, and it is currently at 12:04 a.m. I'm excited to share my day with you all. I actually only have until 1 a.m. to do this stream because I need to go to sleep, then wake back up at around like 9 a.m. So I'm going to try and keep the stream within like an hour or so in length. Right now I'm getting the live chat set up. That way I'll be able to talk with you all in the live chat. Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. I'm about to go through and talk about my day. This time around, I actually wrote out what I did today. That way I'd be able to actually go over my day without having to repeatedly like go over it and figure out what details I left out. Because I wrote it down, I don't have to worry about leaving anything out. And also, it makes it easier for us to have like live chat discussions because I don't have to worry about losing my place. I can just easily get back to whatever it was I was talking about because of the fact that, you know, it's all written down. So let me grab the note that I have that has everything that I did today. Take that note and then put it up on the screen. Kirby said the new assault mode things, including assault mode sniper, are now OCG in Dueling Book. Oh, ballin'. How is your experience testing the assault mode stuff? What do you like? What do you not like? And how have your experiences been using it in decks? Have you seen your deck go up to its full potential? You know, summon the big monsters that you want to summon. Are there any like flaws in the deck or anything like that that you're working on fixing? I'm always curious, learn more about that. Let's see, here we go. So I hope I have the note open right now. So without further ado, I can go into what I did today. First things first, I got caught up on Young Justice Season 3. My favorite character of Young Justice Season 3 so far is Brion. He is the once royal king or prince of Markovia. I don't think he was like the head guy, but it seemed like he was about to be, or something like that. He's in the royal family of Markovia, I know that much. But he ends up getting superpowers and exiled from his country, and he's now trying to find his sister. He's really hot headed, and he has like fire and rock based powers. He has what they call the Geo Force, which is like control over the earth. But Brion is really hot headed. He is willing to do whatever it takes to save his sister, but you can tell that he's a good guy. He just he has trouble controlling his temper. Is like a big issue with Brion. Kirby said, "This is the first time I've been able to use them. Oh, to be able to use the new assault mode things. Okay, cool. Are you excited to be able to use the new assault mode cards?" But yeah, I'm caught up on Young Justice Season 3. I have to wait, I think, 4 more days now to be able to watch the next 3 episodes of Season 3. But I'm enjoying it. Yo, John Mason, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. I just finished talking about the first point of my day, which was watching Young Justice Season 3. I'm caught up with the season. Now I have to wait a few days for the next few episodes. And I finished describing my favorite character, who is a hot-headed member of the Markovian royal family, who gets kicked out of his nation after he was connected to illegal genetic experiments that gave him superpowers, and now he's on a journey to try and find his sister, who he believes may have been taken by a League of Assassins. Let's see. Kirby said, very excited. I've always been interested in the weird synchro assault mode monsters. Awesome. I'm glad that you're hyped. Hopefully, if we win a. Sorry, we. Hopefully, if Dueling Book wins a fan poll stream, we'll be able to face off against each other. I'll probably play a custom card deck, and you can play assault mode, and we see who stands out on top. And also, it'll give you a chance to play the cards, see if you like them, see what you like about them, see what you don't like about them, etc. Next up, then John Mason said custom cards. So in Dueling Book, you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online with your friends, but you can also make your own Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and then play with them against each other. I've actually made multiple custom card archetypes on Dueling Book, including like Moon Mirror Knights, um, I can't remember, Player Armor, and some Fire Princess support cards and some random shit that has to do with turning a monster card and a spell card into like pendulum monsters. A whole bunch of stuff like that. Uh, I'm having trouble remembering some of the things. I know that player armor are continuous spell cards that you can use to protect yourself, but also to fight alongside your monsters. So it's like you're on the battlefield along with your other monsters. That's my favorite archetype I've made. Vindrata Vizier is like an empowered warrior custom card archetype that's based on your play. Sorry, I don't know why I said Vindrata Warrior. Vindrata Vizier is a custom card archetype that's based on supporting a specific combo that exists in Yu-Gi-Oh already, but the custom cards exist to make the combo a little bit better. You end up summoning a monster that can attack twice for 4,000 damage each time, and it can attack directly. So it's just a really big monster that hits twice and kills your opponent, going past all your opponent's defenses. So that's another one of my custom card archetypes that I've made, but it's like eh. I still have to say player armor is my favorite because I don't think player armor is too broken. It's like okay. Let's see. And then Kirby said there are a couple custom assault modes in the database. For example, the Ruler Archfiend. Oh, cool. So you could actually have custom assault mode cards in your deck, and then I'll have custom cards in my deck, and we can face off against each other. That seems ballin'. Oh, he meant to say Thought Ruler Archfiend. That makes a lot more sense. John Mason said, I have a deck based on the moon from when I was a kid. And he said, damn. Yo, John Mason, if you're interested, you can hit up Dueling Book. It's a free website where you can play online. You can actually make your archetype in Dueling Book and then face off against us on a live stream. Then Kirby said, I'll have a custom version of the deck. Whoop, ballin'. I'm hype. Yeah, if Dueling Book wins the fan poll that we have tomorrow, then we may be able to duel against each other. So that'd be fun. Let's see. So, number two on my list of things that I did today. I watched some of the Adventures of Superboy Season 3. So, I've been watching the Adventures of Superboy, which is a TV series that's live action, meaning it's like filmed with like actors and like special effects. Um, I've been watching that live action series that started in the 80s and then ended in like the 90s for the last couple months or so. I probably either started in November or December. I think I started in December. My dad extended the DC Universe subscription service that I've been watching it on, and I've been really enjoying it so far. John Mason said, "Sounds like Smallville?" Question mark. So in Smallville, Clark is in Smallville, and he's in high school, and he never puts on his like full superhero suit, um, and he hangs out with like Chloe and some other guy. I think his name's Pete, and they go on like misadventures, kind of like X Files. In the Adventures of Superboy, Superboy lives in Schuster, which is named after the place. Well, no, sorry. Schuster is named after one of the creators of Superman, Joel Schuster. And he lives in Schuster. He's in college instead of being in high school. He actually has the full Superboy getup, like he wears the suit the whole time. I think in Smallville he doesn't get a suit until like the end of the series, and this he has the suit throughout like the entire series. And he like flies around. He fights like legitimate super villains. He's fought against like Mr. Mixelplix and like Lex Luthor. I know that they're in Smallville as well, but Smallville changes a lot of stuff. I think Superboy is closer to being like a comic book thrown on TV for like 4 seasons. It's like 100 episodes long. Where Smallville feels like, what if we take Superboy and we try to make it more serious? It seems like Superboy, the live action series from the 80s and 90s, was like, let's take Superboy as it is and just like put it on television. Sebastian Gomez said, "Hi, bro." Yo, Sebastian Gomez, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Sebastian said, "What's up?" So, Sebastian, the only thing that you missed is I mentioned that I got caught up on Young Justice Season 3. Young Justice Season 3, my favorite character is Brion. He's a member of the royal family of Markovia who was involved in genetic experiments that got him kicked out of his country, but also unlocked his latent ability to control the earth. He's now looking for his lost sister, who may have been taken by a League of Assassins. I have to wait a few days in order to see the rest of Young Justice Season 3. They drop 3 episodes at a time, and I think they do it like every 5 days or so. Maybe every week, I'm not really sure. But I think I have 4 more days to wait until I can watch the next episode of Young Justice. We were just talking about The Adventures of Superboy, which is, as I said, a live action television series from the 80s and 90s about your boy Superboy. Hey. And I've been enjoying the series so far. Season 3 has better special effects and has really interesting plot lines, so I'm digging it. John Mason said, "Be right back. Gotta get dinner slash breakfast." Okay, see you when you get back, John Mason. And then Sebastian Gomez said, "Look, the movie Aquaman." So I have seen the movie Aquaman. It actually made $1 billion in the box office, mainly worldwide box office. Domestically in the U.S., it only made about like 200 million or so. It's really in the foreign box office that Aquaman really blew up. People really enjoyed it. But I'm glad that Aquaman made $1 billion. I actually watched a video today called Movie Math by Beyond the Trailer, where it talked about Aquaman making $1 billion. And that's actually point number 10 on my list of things that I did today. So I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to talk about it anyways. So that's cool. But Adventures of Superboy Season 3, that had an episode that introduced like alternate universes, which I thought was really cool, especially for like a show in the 90s. Um, I feel weird that I can see wires on people now when they fly. Back in the day, in like Superboy seasons 1 and 2, I never really saw, I almost said flyers. I never really saw wires on people when they got lifted into the air. But season 3, it just seems really apparent, and I don't know why. I think it's because they just are shooting the flying scenes differently in season 3 than they did in season 1. Season 3 has a lot more nighttime scenes, which is not bad. I actually like the nighttime scenes. It seems like Superboy seasons 1 and 2 should always just happen in the day, and there was never shit that happened at night. I don't really know why. I'm also enjoying that season 3 has Superboy working for like a department of the government that focuses on like weird shit that happens. They're the department that's like trying to figure out what's going on with Bigfoot, if like aliens are invading and like things of that nature, but they run it almost like they're a newspaper. So you kind of still get the Daily Planet vibes that you're used to with Superman, but it's about like, I wonder if like these crop circles are real or if like actual aliens showed up. And of course, since it's Superboy, actual aliens showed up. You know, they do stuff like that. But it seems like a pretty good show. I'm going to keep watching it. My goal is to finish all 100 episodes as soon as I can. Let's see. So, point number 3 on my list of things I did today, and there are only 11 points on the list. Point number 3, I chatted with Madde and Danica today. Madde is focusing more on her career, which I'm glad to hear. She wants to get a job translating, which I feel like is a good idea because her whole focus is like foreign language and business. She wants to be like an interpreter. And her confidence has been going up recently because she's been reading a book that's written entirely in Spanish and she can understand everything that she's reading. So I'm like, oh, good for you. Those are just all good things. I'm glad to hear it. Um, she's also thinking about removing all of her piercings, which I thought was an interesting choice. But she's like, I'm just getting tired of them. She thinks that she has like too many and she wants to lower it to maybe like two. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, it's whatever you want to do on that. Danica is just relaxing at home today. Her big thing is that she's preparing for a big group project, and she's not sure if her partners have everything set up or not. And if they're unable to set everything up, she needs a backup plan. So that's what she focused on today. I made a to do list. This is part number 4, by the way, of the things I did today. I made a to do list of homework assignments and readings that are due this week. I have 5 assignments that are due, 3 of which are for my Thursday class, and 2 of them are just reading assignments. So mainly it's my statistics based class that's like throwing work at me. Luckily, in that class, homework isn't even graded on whether or not you did it. Well, sorry, it's not graded on whether or not it's right or wrong. It's just graded on whether or not you did it. So I have 3 assignments that I need to do, but they don't necessarily have to be right. And then I have 2 assignments that are just, reading a book. So I have all that written down in like a checklist, so I'll be able to easily work through everything that I have to do homework wise. And I have all the due dates on the checklist so that I'm just organized and I know when things are due and it's in the order of when I need to do them. So I have my homework stuff, all checked away to make sure that when the time comes, I can get it all done. Point number 5 on things that I did today. And like I said, there are only 11 things, so it seems like we're zipping through it pretty quickly. Point number 5. I got a tip for my superhero story that I wrote on Fiverr for Tangent. It was a 100% tip. So originally the superhero story was only $5, but then he tipped me back $5 for a total of $10. Hey, thank you kindly, Tangent. I truly appreciate it. I'm currently working on another superhero story, but that is point 8 on the list, so I'll talk about that after a little bit. Let's see, John Mason said BACK. Yo, John Mason, welcome back to the stream. It's good to have you. The only thing that you missed while you were gone, I chatted with Madde and Danica. Madde is focusing more on her career as being an interpreter. She's going to get her piercings removed. I think in part because she feels like she has too many, but also because it may just be more professional. And it seems like Maddie's feeling a lot better. She's been a little down for the last few days. And I feel like she's been reading this book that's written entirely in Spanish, and she feels really confident in her foreign language abilities, and now is more hyped to like pursue her career. So it seems like things are getting back on track with Maddie, which I really like. Let's see, Danica has had a day to just relax at home today for the most part. She's a little worried about a group project that she has. One of her group members is trying to find a company to work with, but they have to find a company to work with before Friday. And Danica just is a little afraid that if they don't find one, that she'll need to provide a backup. So she's been thinking about that today, but for the most part, just chilling at home. So Maddie and Danica are doing great. Then the next thing that I talked about was the fact that I made a to-do list of homework assignments. I have 2 reading assignments that I need to do this week and 3 assignments that I need to do, but they won't be graded for accuracy. They're only going to be graded for whether or not I did them. So I'm not sweating it too hard. The checklist is in the order of which I need to do the things on the checklist, and they have the due dates listed on the side. So I'm pretty organized when it comes to my homework schedule, and I feel like I'll be able to easily check off each thing on my homework checklist without much stress or worry. So I'm organized AF. Then the next thing I talked about was I got a tip from my superhero story that I wrote on Fiverr for Tangent. It was a $5 superhero story, and I was given a $5 tip. That's a 100% tip. Tangent really enjoyed his superhero story. I think it was only supposed to be 500 words, but what I delivered was an entire book. So Tangent really liked that. Thank you again, Tangent. Truly appreciate it. Tangent sadly isn't able to make tonight's stream. Tonight's a school night for himself, as well as I don't know why I said himself. It's a school night for him, and it's also a school night for myself. I understand the pain, but he's unable to make it to the stream. Luckily, Tangent will be able to watch the stream later once he gets out of school tomorrow. So yeah, John Mason said, "Well, damn, nice work. Thank you kindly, John Mason. Truly appreciate it." So now we're caught up on what I was talking about before. So let's move forward to point number 6 on today's list of things that I did. There are a total of 11 things, so we're more than halfway there. So number 6, I scheduled my day for tomorrow. So I like open Google Calendar and I put in slots for everything that I'm gonna do tomorrow. So what I have scheduled so far is I'm gonna wake up around 9 a.m. I'm gonna do a video that's like, hey guys, vote in the comment section below for what you guys would like to watch today in the fan poll. Then at 1 p.m. I'll reveal the results. So whenever it gets the most votes is what we'll do on the stream. Then I'll end that live stream. Then there's a big break from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. To where at 11 a.m. I'm going to go to lunch. No one, as far as I'm aware, is available for lunch tomorrow. So I'm just gonna go to the caf and just like eat lunch, and if someone shows up, someone shows up. If I don't go to the caf, I may go to Sandella's, which is a flatbread place that's on campus. They take meal plan, which is nice because with meal plan I get 10 meals a week. So I could just go to Sandella's, use meal plan, and get like a Brazilian chicken flatbread, which has this really sweet Brazilian sauce, cheese, grilled chicken, and then for like $1.34 extra. So I actually have to pay money for this part, but for $1.34 extra, I think it gets bacon. You can add like onions to it, and that's all I really add is bacon and onions. But it really sets it off. The bacon and onions really complement the sweet sauce. It's pretty delicious. So if I can't guarantee that anyone's available for lunch tomorrow, I hit up Ryan, but Ryan didn't respond. Maddie is in class during that time. Danica is in class during that time. I think Aidan is in class during that time. So I think I might just go to Sandella's and get that flatbread. I haven't had it in a long time, but I remember really liking it and getting it regularly back in the day. Plus, I can get it to go. So that might be what I get for lunch tomorrow. I don't know. Then Next on my agenda for tomorrow, I'm gonna have milkshakes with Maddie at around like 12:45 p.m. That's when Maddie gets out of class. So I'm gonna go to the C store, which is the little store that we have on campus, and they have a machine where you're able to buy and like mix milkshakes. So I'm gonna see what milkshake options they have. Kirby said milkshake, milkshake. And me and Maddie are gonna hang out and get milkshakes for a little bit. But I probably won't be able to hang out with Maddie too long. It'll probably be like 10 minutes or so, and then I gotta dip because at 1 p.m. we have the fan poll stream. So that's when I reveal the fan poll results. I look over the comment sections of the fan poll video, figure out what got the most votes, and then whatever got the most votes, I reveal to everyone, and then we do a 1 hour stream, or at least we stream until 2 p.m. It's not necessarily an hour, to which I do whatever got the most votes. So that's the next thing on the agenda. John Mason said, if I was there, I'd go with you to try it. Lucky sounds delicious. It does. It is delicious. I was about to say it does sound delicious. It is delicious. They also have I believe it's like a chipotle hot sauce that I like to put on the flatbread. So it's like shredded Brazilian chicken. Well, it's like, I'm not sure why it is shredded more or less, but it's like grilled Brazilian chicken on top of like a nice like gooey cheese on a flatbread with a sweet Brazilian sauce with onions, bacon, and then it has like a little kick to it with the chipotle sauce on it. It's really good. It is just really solid. The more I talk about it, the more I'm pretty sure that that's exactly what I'm gonna eat. If I don't hear from Ryan tomorrow, definitely going to Sandella's. I also hit up Matt. I hit up Matt to see if he was available for lunch, and he also is in class and busy. So I know that I can't go to lunch with Matt, Aiden, Madde, or Danica on Mondays because they all have class and they're just not free at the time where I go eat. Let's see. So looking over everything, Shakes with Maddie was the last thing I talked about was the fan poll stream. So tomorrow I'm gonna do the fan poll stream at 1, which will end at 2. Then after I do the fan poll stream, I'm gonna buy my books. I still haven't bought any of my school books yet. Luckily, I didn't need any school books the first week. The first week was mainly like syllabus week, where it's like, okay, class, here's what the class is going to be about. And no, 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 no. And plus, I was in DC for the job fair for most of that week, so I just kind of missed like my first few classes, anyways. So now I'm buying all my books because I actually have homework I have to do this week. Like I said, I have like 5 different assignments, so I'm going to buy all my books tomorrow and then do homework. So that's all I have planned for my schedule tomorrow. The only other thing that I really need to do is finish up a superhero story that I've been working on today, but we haven't quite gotten to the superhero story yet. Because the next thing on the list of things that I did today is schedule hangout times. So I talked with Madde, Danica, and Aidan about like when they would be free in order to like hang out. Uh, Real quick before I jump into that, John Mason said, "Man, I know that feeling when your friends have class when you're on vacation." Mm-hmm. That is how it is because I don't have classes on Mondays or Fridays, but my friends have classes on Mondays and Fridays, so it's harder to schedule. Um, I didn't ask Colin if he was free for lunch at the caf, and Colin doesn't have class on Mondays, but I'm curious if Colin would even be on campus or want to be on campus in order to like eat at the caf, or if he would prefer to like eat out somewhere. Because I want to use more of my meals because I only get 10 meals a week. I like to actually like use those meals. Wait a minute. Why did I set it to 10 meals a week? It needs to be 5. I only eat once a day. The only thing that I would get out of 10 meals a week is, I see I messed up. So let me see if I can fix that. There's no reason for me to have 10 meals a week. I never eat that much because don't. I don't eat that many times a day. Also, real quick, so the way that security works, I have to like open a notification, so it's gonna close the stream and reopen the stream. So stay tuned. Doo doo. Hey guys, I'm back. So yeah, to log into Canvas, you have to like use two-factor authentication. So I had to like end the stream to open the notification, but the stream is back. Make sure to post in the live chat to help me know that the stream actually is back. I've done stuff like this before and it not come back, and it really sucked. Um, let's see. Change meal plan. UAH. Um, this is weird because I already made a meal plan change, but I forgot that I don't do 10 meals a week. Then John Mason said, "It's not back, Nick. I can't hear you. Can you? Well, you can hear me, cause you replied to the thing." um, and then he said, "Or see you, lol." So let's see. My current meal plan is like I want to update my spring meal plan too, and I want to upload it up. Well, not upload it. Update it to 5 meals a week. Let me move my camera real quick so I can look at it. Here we go. I want it to be 5 meals a week. I said 10 before. Let's see, now I'm typing in some information. And then John Mason said, "Wait, what's up? Is everything okay?" He said, "Nick, what if your friend wants one? Like, what if your friend, like, wants a meal?" So, the issue with meal plan, right, is because it's meal plan, you can't use it twice within, like, the same situation. And then John Mason says, so maybe 6 meals a week, one extra just in case. So they don't have it set up like that. So the way that you can get it, you can get 21 meals a week. That's if you eat 3 times a day. 14 meals a week. That is if you eat twice a day. 10 meals a week if you eat twice a day, but only during the school week. 95 meals an entire semester. And what they do with 95 meals is you actually could get a meal for your friend. Because it's not per week, it's just like you have that many meals. Let's see. Then we have you can get $555 dining dollars, $325 dining dollars. Then you can get 5 meals a week, which is what I'm going with, or you can get 70 meals a semester. So what I'm gonna choose is that 5 meals a week because of the fact that I only eat once a day, and I don't eat on campus on weekends most of the time. I'm just normally not here necessarily. So I'm gonna change it to 5 meals a week. It's currently set to the default, I'm pretty sure. Even though I told it to change it, I think I'm set at the default right now. So I want to update it to 5 meals a week, but right now I'm at the default, which is just meal plan 6. What's meal plan 6? Which is $325 dining dollars. So I need to change it from $325 dining dollars to 5 meals a week. I have my information typed in. I gotta type in today's date. So today's date is the 14th. It had a click box for it, so I didn't actually have to type in anything. Then I need to move my phone so I can see the submit button. Sorry about that. So we'll bounce. And there we go. So now I've submitted it, and I need to check my email to make sure that that actually went through. Thank you guys, by the way. If I didn't do this stream, I wouldn't have realized that I messed up by picking 10 meals a week. The reason why that's a mess up is because it just costs more money. It costs more money for me to get twice as many meals, and I'd only ever eat half of them. That's stupid. So I'm glad that I sent that form out. Hopefully, I'll be able to get everything squared away, and I didn't just get screwed over. And then your boy John Mason said, "You're welcome." Let's see. So I'm double checking to make sure everything's squared away. Yep. So I typed in the right information, 5 meals a week, and hopefully that'll take effect tomorrow. If it doesn't take effect tomorrow, then I'll get screwed over. Then John Mason said, "I just saved your life savings." Is that what I said? I meant to say you guys saved my savings, I guess. You helped me save money because it would have been a waste of money if I was to buy twice as many meals than I would ever eat. Let's see. So scrolling through, how did I get onto that? How did I get onto that whole topic? Oh, the scheduled hangout times is where we're at currently. And I was talking about how no one was available for lunch. Yeah, okay, so scheduled hangout times. So I scheduled hangout times with Madde, Danica, and Aidan to figure out when I'll be able to hang out with them during the school year. Danica and I are free to hang out on most Mondays and Wednesdays. Blah, got super tongue tied. Danica and I are free to hang out on most Mondays and Wednesdays after I finish the fan poll stream. So that's around 2 p.m. or so is when I finish the fan poll stream. I have no classes on Mondays, so Danica is normally free around that time because she'll be getting in a class at around like 12:45, which is when I am normally about to start the fan poll stream. And then after 2 p.m., Danica is free until 6, so I'm able to hang out with her on Mondays and Wednesdays. Because on Wednesdays, I don't have class until 6, and it's the class that Danica has. So we would just go to class together. So Mondays and Wednesdays are really good times to hang out with Danica. Madde is free around 6 p.m. on Mondays. Danica has a 6 p.m. class on Monday, and I don't have any classes on Monday. So it's a good time for me and Madde to be able to hang out. Then Madde and Aidan are both free after 4 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays to hang out before my 6 p.m. class. So, not a lot of time. We'd essentially be able to hang out for about an hour and 45 minutes before I have to be like, bye, and head out to my class. But an hour and 45 minutes isn't too bad, I suppose, to be able to hang out. It's just a small amount of time. So, those are the times I'll be able to mainly hang out with Madde, Danica, and Aidan. And of course, I always hang out with Colin, Avery, Gerard, CJ, Matt, and Max. And now Dozer's going to be added to the mix on Fridays because we do D&D. Saturdays, I normally end up hanging out with Colin, Gerard, and is Matt available on Saturdays? I think he is. Colin, Gerard, Matt, and CJ and Avery. Again on Saturday, we'll normally play fighting games. But that's not as a set in stone thing. If I get like other plans, I can always just tell Colin, "Hey, I'm not free Saturday," but of course I can still do D&D, and then we move forward from there. Um, and then Sundays are normally pretty open, but sometimes my mom's like, "I haven't seen you in forever," so I hang out with mom on Sundays. If mom doesn't sweep me up, I'll probably use that day to like work on homework or work on like Fiverr assignments or to do laundry because I do need to pick a day to do laundry. I haven't picked my laundry day yet. Let's see. But yeah, I've scheduled hangout times with friends. Then number 8 on the list of things that I did today. We're almost done with the whole list. I worked on a superhero story for a toy company. It's the same superhero story that I've been talking about for the past few days, where what I do is. That's not what I do. The toy company is working on an RC car toy line, right? So you control an RC car with your phone, and on your phone you can do stuff like activate like special moves. You can play different game modes, and you race against your friends' RC cars, where your cars have different like superpowers and abilities. So, in the superhero story I'm writing is about a group of racers who compete with each other in order to escape an island that's made up of racetracks that come from alternate universes. At the end of every track, there's like a superpowered part that they can build into their car in order to give it an additional ability, and they're each trying to find enough parts in order to build a vehicle to escape the island and return to their home universe, wherever that may be. So that's the superhero story that I'm currently working on. It's only supposed to be 1,000 words or so, but of course I'm going to write a whole book like I always do. I've already finished writing the series concept and the series formula. So right now the main thing that I have to finish is the book 1 outline. Kirby said my. Oh wait, Kirby said I'm still playing D&D on Saturdays. Oh cool. How's your campaign going so far? Kirby says his DM tells him that hard mode has been turned on. Ooh, sounds like you guys are gonna have some difficult encounters in the future. Yo Nani, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Without going into too much detail, here's what you've missed, Nani. I got caught up on Young Justice Season 3. I've been watching Adventures of Superboy Season 3. I chatted with Madde and Danica. I made a to-do list of my homework assignments and reading assignments for the week. I got a 100% tip on a superhero story that I wrote on Fiverr for Tangent. I scheduled my day for tomorrow. I scheduled hangout times with Madde, Danica, and Aidan. And I worked on a superhero story for a toy company that I haven't finished writing, but hopefully I'm going to finish tomorrow because it's due on the 15th, which I believe is Tuesday. Let's see. So now we're all caught up. I have 3 more points on my list of things to do for today that I'm going to read over. But before I do that, let me read the live chat. Nani said, "Do you like Duel Links?" No, I don't like Duel Links. I don't. I like Dueling Nexus and Dueling Book. I like Dueling Book because you can make custom cards that you can play with your friends, and I like Dueling Nexus because of the fact that there's an automated dueling system to where I don't have to worry about whether or not my opponent's cheating or whether or not I'm playing correctly. The system ensures that no one's cheating and no one can mess up. Now it's based entirely on skill, and you don't have to pay as much attention to like rules and deducting and adding life points and stuff like that. It just makes it a lot simpler. So Dueling Book and Dueling Nexus I like. I don't like Duel Links because you don't have access to all the cards, so you have to like open packs and stuff like that. The rule system is different. You don't have as many zones on the fields. It's just kind of ass compared to the other two options. And that's why I like Dueling Book and Dueling Nexus more than Duel Links. Let's see. John Mason said, I used to play it, stopped right around 5D's World. Then Nani said, cool. Then John Mason said, I play DX2. Oh, so you played the Shin Megami Tensei game? I played a little bit of that because it was voted for on a fan poll. Wasn't my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of like turn-based RPG combat that's like in a game. Let's see. John Mason says, and he plays Destiny Child. What's Destiny Child? I'm actually not familiar with that. Nani said, why don't you like Duel Links? I just went over all the things that I don't like about Duel Links. Kel said, hey, yo, Kels, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. And then Nani said, true. Yo, Kels, the things that you've missed so far, without going into too much detail, I got caught up on Young Justice Season 3. I watched some of the adventures of Superboy Season 3. I chatted with Madde and Danica. I got a tip on my superhero story that I wrote on Fiverr for Tangent. I scheduled my day for tomorrow. I scheduled hangout times with Madde, Danica, and Aidan. I worked on a superhero story for a toy company, and that's pretty much all the stuff that I've talked about so far today. Uh, Let's see. Kel said you should download this thing called YGO Pro Percy. It's like Dueling Nexus but better. So the reason why I don't do YGO Pro is because of the fact that I have a Chromebook, and Chromebooks aren't good for downloading things. Now, I've been told by people, why don't you use your Windows laptop that you have? Because you have a Windows laptop. And the reason why is that that laptop is for like work. And when I mean work, I mean like my actual career. Once I get into the cybersecurity field, I'm going to use this like laptop like for my job. So I bought it ahead of time so that when I get into like the professional world, I'll like have it prepared. So I don't download or play games on it. I think the only games I've ever played on it were Killer Instinct, and it didn't run well, and I've uninstalled it because that's not the point of the laptop. And I played the Battle Claw game, and I only played the Battle Claw game on it because you don't have to download or install anything, and I felt like it would run better for streaming on the Windows laptop than it would on the Chromebook. So I don't download games on the Windows laptop, so I'm unable to play games that require you to download them on the computer. I just don't do it. If I had like a laptop for play rather than for work, I'd go for it, but I'm not trying to mix my work laptop and my play laptop, if that makes sense. Let's see. John Mason said, it's a Korean automated turn-based game, and my favorite games are Shin Megami Tensei games, Persona, etc. And then he said, I use Percy. So the thing that John Mason was talking about is Destiny Child when he says it's a Korean automated turn-based game. And I'm glad that you're a big fan of the Shin Megami Tensei games. I mainly like the Persona Battle Arena fighting game when it comes to Persona. That's like my biggest exposure to the Persona series is that game. But I do think it's a fun fighting game. I like to play it with my brother Marquez on occasion. Let's see. Then Nani said, so he is a Benson, basically. And then Kirby said, how do you get Percy? Then John Mason said, Nick, can you unzip it on the laptop if I emailed it to you? The Chromebook, I mean. So Chromebooks are ass. Chromebooks work off of their own operating system called Chrome OS, and Chrome OS is designed to be more secure. That's kind of like the whole point. So the way that Chrome OS works is that it regularly fights off like any attacks that happen toward it. It's kind of weird to describe, but it claims that every time you restart the Chromebook cleans itself out of anything that's like malicious. Chromebooks are designed for you to not have to have like antivirus software and stuff on them. So they're supposed to be super safe. But because they work off of Chrome OS, which isn't Windows, Mac, or Linux, a lot of things that are made for Windows, Macs, and Linux just don't work on it because they're designed to work on those particular operating systems. So I can't use anything that's not made for Chromebook. Now, if they made a YGO Pro for Chromebook for Chrome OS, then I could do it. But because, as far as I'm aware, there isn't one for Chrome OS, I just can't do it. Then Kel said, no, you see, your boss is going to see you playing YGO Pro on your computer and be like, hey, nice to see a fellow duelist in the workplace. Then he'll put out his deck and you two would become friends. Then John Mason said, lol. If I happen to work in a workplace where Yu-Gi-Oh is like socially acceptable and everybody's like vibing and dueling during like lunch breaks and stuff like that, I would still rather play on Dueling Nexus so that I don't have to take up like extra space on my computer to like download anything and so that my computer runs as smoothly as possible because Dueling Nexus already exists and it's just there and it's free and it's online. It's easy. Let's see. So now we're on number 9 at the 11 things that I did today. So for number 9, I watched the newest VG Myths video where he did the Cave Story Pacifist Challenge. The idea of the Pacifist Challenge is you only kill enemies that you have to kill to progress in the story. And it's a game where you're flooded with like tons and tons of enemies all the time, and you use a gun that you use to like shoot away at enemies. So you have to run through floods of enemies without dying, and then you have to like fight bosses on like little health and stuff like that. It was interesting to watch his video, but it wasn't as impressive as some of the other video game myth things that he's done. He did Super Mario Odyssey without jumping. He played the whole game without jumping, and that was actually really impressive. That's still probably the best video game myth video I've ever seen. But the Cave Story Pacifist video was all right. Kel said, Kirby, to get YGO Percy, you download it through the Discord. He said I could send it to you if you'd like. John Mason said, can't you install Windows on your Chromebook? So, Chromebooks, right? Okay. If I was to try and use a Windows operating system on my Chromebook, what I'd have to do is get a virtual machine that's designed for Chrome OS, right? Because you still, whatever the base thing is, it has to work on Chrome OS. I'd have to get a virtual machine on Chrome OS and then get a Windows virtual machine to work inside of that and then run it in my Chromebook. And it'll not run well. And the reason why it won't run well is because Chromebooks are like web books, essentially. So the difference between like a laptop and a web book, a laptop is more or less a personal PC. It's weird to say personal PC because that's redundant. It's a personal computer that's supposed to be like portable and easy for you to use. But a web book is supposed to be like easy access to the internet that's portable that looks like a laptop, but is mainly for using the internet. Like this Chromebook doesn't have like its own form of like Microsoft Office or anything like that. It uses only like Google tools that are just things you can already do on the internet, like Google Docs, Google Slides, etc. So it's already a thing that's built to like not have things downloaded and installed on it. Chromebooks are really shitty if you want to do anything other than use the internet, uh, but also use the internet securely and portably. So I highly recommend if any of you guys are interested in buying a Chromebook, only buy it if you don't need to do anything but use the internet. But it is really useful for using the internet. Let's see. So then Kirby said, can you send it to me? So he's requesting for Kells to send him the Percy download link. George said, imagine if Yu-Gi-Oh was used in real life. You want to raise taxes? Well, you just activated my trap card. You can just like stop people from doing things. That'd be interesting. Also, George, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. Kells said, Mason, it's possible, but it's way too much work for very little payoff. True. True. Then John Mason said, so I'm assuming it's cheaper than a laptop? Yes, significantly cheaper. The laptop that I got for work is around like $1,000, like the Windows laptop. The Chromebook is like a fifth of that price. I think it's only like $200. But the Chromebook runs well. It allows me to use the internet well. Like, I know when I said it's only for using the internet securely that it really like undersells it, but Chromebooks are really good. I never feel like the Chromebook's running too slow or anything like that or like fucking up. The Chromebook is optimized to allow you to like effectively use the internet without it being shitty. Then John Mason said, I got a gaming laptop for about that price actually. And then he said Rogstrix. Yo, congrats on your gaming laptop. Great to hear it. If I had a gaming laptop, I would get like YGO Pro and stuff like that. But because this is for work, I don't want to put any extra on it. Let's see. So by the way, George, to quickly cover the stuff you missed without going into too much detail, I got caught up on Young Justice Season 3. I watched some Adventures of Superboy Season 3. I chatted with Madde and Danica. I made a to do list of homework assignments and reading assignments due next week. I got a tip from my superhero story that I wrote on Fiverr for Tangent. I scheduled my day for tomorrow. I scheduled hangout times with Madde, Danica, and Aidan throughout the school year to figure out when we'll be able to hang out. I worked on a superhero story for a toy company that I haven't finished, and I watched the newest video game myth video where the guy who runs video game myths did the K Story Pacifist Challenge. So yeah, now I only have two more points left in the what I did today list. So point number 10, I watched the Beyond the. Bleh. I get tongue tied really easily. I try to talk faster than I probably should, and then without water, it just makes it worse. I slip on my words a lot. So I watched next point, number 10. I watched Beyond the Trailer Movie Math. Movie Math is essentially a show where they talk about how movies are doing in the box office, their predictions for what movie is going to be like the next big movie, and what box office successes and failures have happened recently and how they impact the industry. So a big focus of the video was Aquaman, because Aquaman made $1 billion, and it's like the first DC cinematic universe film since like Man of Steel and them to make $1 billion. Man of Steel didn't make $1 billion. Suicide Squad didn't make $1 billion. Batman v Superman didn't make $1 billion. Wonder Woman didn't make $1 billion. Justice League sure as hell didn't make $1 billion. Uh, so Aquaman making $1 billion is a big deal. It's a huge deal, and there are only so many movies that have made $1 billion. It's not necessarily like a casual feat. So it's a really big deal that Aquaman made $1 billion. Then Nani said, "Did you say billion?" Yes, Aquaman made $1 billion. It didn't make a lot of money in the United States. Aquaman's making a lot of money in the foreign box office, which has been really interesting to look at. Let's see. John Mason said, "Ironic that you slip on your words without water." Cough. That was a bar. I actually really like that. Kel said, "Quick question. What Yu-Gi-Oh deck do you use in real life?" He said, "I use an Odd Eyes deck because Odd Eyes is literally my religion." Let's see. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So the question was, what Yu-Gi-Oh deck do I use in real life? Do, 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 do. I rarely ever play Yu-Gi-Oh in real life, but I have my deck in my book bag at all times in case, I actually do want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. The box is like destroyed. But I play this Felgran structure deck. I actually have bought multiple copies of these and pulled important cards that I needed from each copy of the structure deck and put them together into one deck. But the deck focuses on sending your dragons to the graveyard so that you can resurrect them stronger than they were before, as well as blow up things on your opponent's field as you summon the monsters back from the grave. So yeah, the Felgran deck is the Yu-Gi-Oh deck that I play in real life. I rarely ever play a real life Yu-Gi-Oh because Dueling Book and Dueling Nexus exist, and all my friends who play Yu-Gi-Oh in real life also play online. So it's just easier to play online, and you don't have to keep up with cards or anything. But yeah, this is my real life Yu-Gi-Oh deck. See, slipping that back into my book bag. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Let's see. The Nani said, "What the fuck? Is Aquaman that good?" I actually really enjoyed Aquaman. I did do a video that was like the 10 things I didn't like about the Aquaman movie. That's about an hour long. So it's not like a perfect film, but it's definitely the best DC Cinematic Universe movie yet. Definitely like my personal number one. Before that, the best one was Suicide Squad. And then after that, it was Justice League. And then after that, it was Wonder Woman. And after that, it was Man of Steel. And after that, it was Batman v Superman. But definitely Aquaman in the number one place, best in the DCEU movies so far. And then John Mason said, "Yeah, it did. Yeah, Aquaman made $1 billion." Then Nani said, "Should I watch it?" Yeah, I think you should check out Aquaman. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I have a few problems with it. I only had like 10 really big issues. But like I said, did a whole video on that. That's like an hour long. If you want to check that out, it's on the channel. John Mason said, "I can't afford my Yu-Gi-Oh decks, lol." He said, "I only use Magician Girls in real life." Oh, interesting. John Mason said, "In Preda DD, but my boss monster is banned." Starving Venom. One of the best cards of all time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Why'd you do this to us? Why'd you get rid of Starving Venom? Such a good ass card. He's one of my favorites. Had to replace him with Crystal Bell. Let's see. Kirby said, that one guy, Kels, can you send me Percy on Discord? Then Kels said, "By the way, sorry if I don't chat that much. I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! On the side." No problem. I'm glad that you're able to tune in. Also, if you guys haven't already, feel free to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. Right now we have 4 likes, at least that's what my screen's telling me, and 6 viewers. So if you guys 6 viewers. I really fucked up there. So if you guys are interested in smashing that like button, I truly appreciate it. Let's see. So we're at the final point on my things that I did today list, and that final point is I exercised and showered. So yeah, that's like everything that I did today. Kel said I watched it and didn't like it, but that's mostly because I didn't like it on the outset. Oh, thank you for smashing that like button. We're now at 6 viewers and 6 likes. Truly appreciate it. Then Nani said 6 viewers, Andy. Then John Mason said, "Hey, Nick." And then Unknown Slayer said, "Hi." And then John Mason said, "Test something." What do I got to test? What am I testing? Also, we're now at 7 viewers and 6 likes. If we could get it to 7 viewers and 7 likes, I truly appreciate it. But what would you like me to test, John Mason? Also, now that I've gone over everything that I've done today, it's time for me to re-go over everything I've done today, but with less detail, just to fill everybody in. So I got caught up on Young Justice Season 3. I watched some of the adventures of Superboy Season 3. I chatted with Madde and Danica. I got a tip on my superhero story that I wrote on Fiverr for Tangent. I scheduled my day for tomorrow. I scheduled hangout times with Madde, Danica, and Aidan. I worked on a superhero story for a toy company that I haven't finished. I need to finish tomorrow. I watched the newest Video Game Myths video, which is where the guy who runs Video Game Myths did a pacifist run on Cave Story, which was really interesting to watch. I watched the Beyond the Trailer movie math video that talked about Aquaman making. Woo, I felt like I said that all as one thing. I watched the Beyond the Trailer movie math video that talked about Aquaman making $1 billion, and I exercised and showered, and that was pretty much all I did. John Mason said, "Go on another tab, but incognito and on YouTube, and check your own stream, and then see the amount of likes." I'm sure that you guys see one more than I do. I believe you. But I wouldn't want to do that because I wouldn't want to inflate the number of views on my stream. A matter of fact, a lot of times when I reply to comments that you guys leave on my videos, I don't go to the video itself because I don't want to increase the not the like count. I don't want to increase the view count artificially. So there's a way on YouTube for you to look at your comments without going to your video and reply to them. I normally like to do it that way in order to like not inflate the number of viewers. Let's see. Nani said, "Crazy cows." Then Unknown Slayer said, 1,000 subscribers. He said, "You have to cut one dread a little bit." He said, "Maybe not, but up to you if you want to do it." Nope. I feel like that would look ugly. The dread, I almost said the dreads. The dreads are getting longer, but I can just always do this. Open up my big ass forehead and then clear space. So it's not an issue that they're getting longer. I'm glad that I'm capable of growing dreads. It's something that I really wanted as a kid when the Static Shock cartoon came out. I thought that certain black people's hair just grew that way. And I was like, I guess my hair doesn't grow that way. Psych. Apparently, you gotta get an afro first, cut that shit off the side, and your hair just starts to fall down. So now I'm enjoying the dreads, and I'm digging it. Let's see. John Mason said, "Oh, well played." So right now I have 6 minutes left in the live stream. John Mason said to one lucky sub, ha ha ha. Whoa, like cut a little bit of the dread and send it to like a subscriber. I think that would be kind of weird. I don't think anyone just wants a piece of my hair. John Mason said, if you want, I can sort out a whole win for you. Sort out a whole win. What does that mean? What is that? I don't know what that means. I can sort out whole win. Whole win for you. And I think it's interesting because you said whole win, because it's like an entire win. Then John Mason said, you may have missed part. Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? John Mason said, test something, go on another tab. Nani said, crazy cows. Unknown Slayer said, 1,000 subscribers. John Mason said, oh, well played. Then he said, to one lucky sub. Then he said, if you want, I can sort out a whole win for you. And then he said, you may have missed part. And then he said, John Mason said, is what you missed. Is what you missed. What did I miss? What is I'm now trying to find out what I missed. Sometimes YouTube will like not post things in the live chat because YouTube will like weirdly censor stuff. So you might have posted something that just didn't appear. I know Dozer got frustrated the other day because he kept posting stuff in the live chat that wasn't showing up. I have no control over that. YouTube's just weird sometimes. Unknown Slayer said, finally watched Aquaman. Yo, what'd you think of the movie? It made $1 billion. Made $1 billion. Then John Mason said, I literally posted it again. So I haven't seen you repost what it was. Then Unknown Slayer said, it was the best DC movie for me. Agreed. I am in total agreement on that. I feel like Aquaman is the best of the DCEU so far. I hope that Shazam will be good, but I don't know, because I wanted Black Adam to be in the movie, and it looks like the main villain's going to be Dr. Savannah, which seems like it's going to be ass. Let's see. John Mason said 1,000 subs giveaway. What would I give away? I'm a college student. I just don't have like extra stuff lying around. Um, Maybe like an ebook. I could see that doing a giveaway like that. I'm not giving away my dreads. And then John Mason said, "Lol." I could probably do like an ebook giveaway. I publish books all the time, so what I could do for like the 1,000 subscriber giveaway is one lucky subscriber. I could probably send them a PDF of an ebook that I've written, and they can just have it for free. That actually seems like a easy solution. And then John Mason said, "Yeah, that ebook, please." Yeah, no problem. So what I can do is once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I can do a video where I'm like, "Hey, post in the comment section below if you want to get that ebook," and then I'll randomly choose one of the commenters, and whoever gets picked will find a way to send you the ebook. It'll be a PDF file. I'll probably have to email it to you. We'll figure out something. Then Kirby said, Kells, I'm watching your Percy duel. Oh, nice. Then Nani said, noise. Let's see. So I now have 3 minutes left. Unknown Slayer said, I call shotgun and also dibs. You call shotgun. Are we driving somewhere? I don't have a driver's license. You call shotgun? I'm gonna have to sit in the back. What's going on? And then you said also dibs. I mean, if you can control that random chance, then it's all yours. But since I have 2 minutes left in the stream, it seems like I should go over my day one more time. John Mason said, Nick, do you duel people outside of streams? I don't even really play Yu-Gi-Oh most of the time outside of streams, if I'm being honest. So you guys may be wondering, how often do you like play video games and stuff like that? And it's like I play fighting games with Colin and the guys every week. Um, but when it comes to playing my own games, if I'm not streaming it, I'm probably not playing it. So whenever I play Fighter Z on the stream, it's like the only time I ever play Fighter Z if I'm not at Collins. Same with any other game that I own. So if you guys haven't seen me play a game in a long time, it's because I haven't played it in a long time. The fan poll essentially controls what games that I play that I own. So I'll buy a game and I may like never play it if it doesn't get voted for. That being said, I have played Shadow of Mordor recently without there being the need of a fan poll. I like playing that game, so sometimes I'll just start up a stream. I'll just be like, fuck it, I want to play Shadow of Mordor. I only really play games when I stream, so let's hit up that Shadow of Mordor. And then John Mason said, other than friends like here, and then he said, oh wow, yeah. So most of my gaming is like on YouTube, and by most of I mean like almost all of it. Colin is annoyed that I don't stream when I play games at Colin's. And the main reason why I don't really do that anymore, I used to stream from my phone. It just looks bad compared to what I can now do on the PS4. On the PS4, I can stream directly from the PS4. At Colin's, I'm like filming the TV screen as we're playing, and I can't interact with the live chat as much because the live chat isn't like on the screen. So it's, I don't know. To me, it's like a worse experience for you guys, um, and it's a worse experience for me because I can't like enjoy it with you in the same way. Those are the drawbacks to like streaming at Collins, and that's why I haven't done it in a hot minute. Let's see. John Mason said you should stream games you want to play too, not just us. Well, that's what I do with Shadow of Mordor on occasion. Speaking of which, I do want to get back on Shadow of Mordor, but I've been kind of busy with the superhero story stuff. So eventually, we'll be back in Mordor, believe you me. But real quick, I'm gonna go over my day one more time, and then I'm gonna end the stream. So, number one, I got caught up on Young Justice season three. I watched some Adventures of Superboy season three. I chatted with Madde and Danica. I got a tip on my superhero story that I wrote for Tangent on Fiverr. I scheduled my day for tomorrow. I scheduled hangout times with Madde, Danica, and Aidan. I worked on a superhero story for a toy company that I haven't finished. I need to finish today. Watched the newest video game miss video where he did the Cave Story Pacifist Challenge. I watched the Beyond the Trailer movie math video where they talked about Aquaman making $1 billion. I exercised, showered, and then I did this live stream. So yeah, that's everything that I did. John Mason said, Nick, you have a dislike? Who did it? Find the traitor now, lol. Hey, I mean, it happens. I don't know. I don't know what they necessarily dislike for, but it doesn't really matter to me. But anyways, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all had a wonderful stream and have a wonderful night. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., posting up the fan poll stream. Then at 1 p.m., I'll reveal the results and we'll do whatever got the most votes on the channel. Peace. See you next time. Have a wonderful night. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only.